Taking his royal duties very seriously, Prince Harry is surrounded by a throng of glamorous TV and sports stars at glittering awards bash, and bumps into his pregnant ex-girlfriend Natalie Pinkham. Royal is attending the ceremony at Battersea Evolution in London as part of his role as patron of the Invictus Games. Other stars who joined him on the red carpet included John Terry, Anthony Joshua, Jodie and Chris Robshaw. The Prince presented the Murray family with an award for their contribution to British sport along with Tim Henman. Harry will travel to the US next week to support the UK team in the Paralympics-style competition in Orlando, Florida. Prince Harry has joined a star-studded ceremony to mark achievements in the sports industry at Battersea Evolution. The 31-year-old royal brought 6 former and current Invictus Games competitors to the glittering event at Battersea Evolution. Looking dapper in his tuxedo, he grinned broadly as he hugged each of them before posing for pictures with J.J. Chalmers, Paul Weiss, Stuart Robinson, Luke Darlington, Michaela Richards, and Sam Stocks. The UK team members caught up with the Prince at a champagne reception before the dinner where he presented the Outstanding Contribution to Sport award to the Murray family, along with former tennis star Tim Henman. Over the course of the evening, each of them will share with the audience their personal stories of military service, injury and recovery through sport. Among the famous faces to lend their support to the event were Chelsea captain John Terry and England rugby star Chris Robshaw, while a very pregnant old flame of Harry, presenter Natalie Pinkham, also attended. Asked about his vision for Invictus, Harry said, "Everybody here knows the power of sport and what it can achieve for anyone, especially those with physical or mental injuries. What we've done for these guys is provide a platform for rehabilitation, whether that's physical or mental. They're not forced into doing anything, it's their own choice. It's about being part of a team again. For some of these guys just to be able to wear a Union Jack on their left breast and to wear a uniform which is the same as all their other comrades is a huge, huge thing. You forget that some of these individuals have been stuck at home on their sofa suffering from major anxiety, not even daring themselves to leave the house. So to see someone who's been in a worse place than them running around, whether it's the 100 meters or whatever, they think, I dare myself to leave the house. That's how it started. I never realized that these guys are the most unbelievable ambassadors for sport and for the military and for this country, but they can go on and inspire every generation possible. So I'm just grateful to call them all my mates and be lucky enough to be in a position where we can put on a platform like this and change their lives." Harry's 6 Invictus guests then joined him on stage to huge applause. Stuart Robinson, who had his legs amputated after a night went off under his vehicle, competed in the 2014 Games. He told the audience, "It has given us the chance not to allow our injuries to define who we are. It not only enhanced but improved our lives inside and out of sport." During the event, Harry was also urged to marry Cheryl Fernandez-Versini for the nation. The suggestion came from TV presenter and compere Mark Durden-Smith, who introduced the 31-year-old royal as the ideal son-in-law package, alongside Henman. He told the prince, "I know you take your royal duties very seriously, Harry, and I think one of the duties that the nation would like you to perform is to marry Cheryl Fernandez-Versini. It's what the nation wants, Harry, so give it some thought." Standing on stage in front of 1,700 leading figures from the world of sport, he jokingly raised his eyebrows, appearing to mull over the prospect of marrying the newly divorced singer. Although world singles number 2 Andy Murray could not be there to accept the award, brother Jamie, world doubles number 1, and mother Jodie accepted the trophy. Jodie, 56, said, "It's amazing. I think we were back in Dunblane a couple of days ago and Jamie brought the Davis Cup trophy back. It's when you go back to the club that I realize what they have achieved. They were just 2 little boys from a little Scottish town that has no record for tennis. As well as being great athletes, they are great kids, they are great people, and that's what makes me most proud." Jamie, 30, was asked how much he owed his success to his mother's efforts, and there was laughter as she interrupted to say, "I popped him out." Her son replied, "She created so many opportunities for us, not just us, but other kids across Britain. She wanted to give us the opportunities she never had as a young tennis player in Scotland a long time ago. Not that long ago," snapped Jodie. The audience also watched a recorded message from Andy Murray, who is training for the French Open. He said, "I'm very proud of everything that my brother has achieved in his career to date and everything that Mum does for British tennis on a daily basis." Turning to Harry, Durden Smith called him "Your Royal Hairiness," to which the Prince replied, "That's your third gag." The Prince continued the joking as he was asked how about his tennis skills. He replied, "What's a forehand? I'm not very good at tennis, but I've been following it for years, especially Wimbledon." Turning to the Murrays, he added, "It's an absolutely amazing achievement by your family." Harry will travel to the US next week to support the UK team in the Paralympics-style competition for injured, sick or wounded servicemen and women and veterans, being staged in Orlando, Florida. He has been the driving force behind the Games, first staged in 2014 to great acclaim, and will be cheering on competitors in the sporting spectacle he said would allow them to serve their country again and go out and kick the ass out of life. The ethos of Invictus is to highlight the incredible effect sport has to inspire and help the recovery of servicemen and women who have been injured whilst serving their country. Some are multiple amputees as a result of injuries suffered in Afghanistan, while others have been dealing with the psychological effects of disorders such as PTSD. The inaugural Invictus Games were held in London in September 2014 and saw more than 400 competitors from 13 nations compete in 9 sports. According to a spokesman, more than 60% of this year's team are new to the Invictus Games and were spurred on to apply to take part off the back of the inaugural event. The rigorous selection process for the UK team was based on the benefit the Invictus Games will give an individual as part of their recovery, combined with performance and commitment to training. This year's event will see 500 competitors from 15 nations compete in 10 sports: athletics, archery, wheelchair basketball, road cycling, powerlifting, indoor rowing, wheelchair rugby, swimming, sitting volleyball, and a new sport for 2016, wheelchair tennis. The UK delegation to the 2016 Invictus Games is being delivered by a partnership comprising the Ministry of Defence, Help for Heroes, and the Royal British Legion. Defence Secretary Michael Fallon said of the Games, "Everyone selected for the UK team can be proud of what they have achieved as they prepare for success in Orlando. The MOD is once again backing this superb event and I look forward to being there to see our personnel and veterans demonstrate their fighting spirit." The Royal British Legion's Director General, Chris Simpkins, added, "We are proud to support the UK delegation to the Games and we will be encouraging everyone back home to get behind them."